everyone. So I'm finally doing my crown versus Sigma etc brush review. Basically I'm reviewing the crown brushes that I received, and I've been pissing around for so long trying these out, and I've just been so busy. I'm really sorry, but I know heaps of you have been waiting for this, so I'm going to try and do a really detailed kind of review. So just to start off with, sorry, I'm fully reading this off the website behind my camera. This set is called the Enkore brush set. It's from crownbrush.com.au. I'll put the link down below. So it's the Australian website, and this brush set costs, this one here when translated into New Zealand dollars costs about $90. And then Sigma brushes, for an average Sigma brush set, which has I think 12 brushes. Yeah, so there's 12 brushes in this kit by Sigma, and it costs 112 New Zealand dollars. Okay, I feel like a complete idiot. But so the 15 brushes is actually cheaper on Crown for New Zealanders. I haven't calculated shipping into these costs. Yeah, and it includes a brush belt, so you get something to put them in as well, but I can't be bothered finding that because I'm doing up my room and everything's in boxes everywhere. So yeah, that's just your average price comparison, average prices of crown brushes versus Sigma. And don't get me wrong, throughout this video I absolutely love Sigma brushes and I still use them every single day. So there are some crown brushes I like more than Sigma ones, and some Sigma ones I like more than crown ones. I'm sorry about my voice, I'm still sick. So I'm just gonna grab brushes. I don't know. So the first one I'm going to talk about, this is a crown brush. This is the Enkore brush set, by the way, which hopefully I've already said, and yeah, link down below. But this is the jumbo powder brush, and it's a giant big powder brush. To be honest, I don't use this that much because I don't really like powder brushes. I prefer to use my flat top powder brush by Elf. It's my favourite. But for a powder brush, these ones are 10 times better than the Sigma ones. I find that the big Sigma brushes, which, hold on a second, this is the biggest Sigma brush, well, that I own. There might be a bigger one in the professional set, but I find that these brushes by Sigma are often very scratchy and kind of shred, the real big ones. I find my blush ones don't. But yeah, this one is slightly softer, not that much, it's still not amazingly soft compared to like a synthetic brush. But yeah, there's the size comparison. The crown one is a bit bigger. I prefer the crown one. This one shreds on my face. Yeah. It's the only thing I have about Sigma brushes, I just don't like these brushes here, the big powder ones, which is good because I don't use them anyways. But yeah, basically if you're wondering what to use this for, you can use it for all over powder, you could use it for bronzer, probably not contouring, too big, but just like bronzer around the outsides of your face to warm up your skin complexion. But yeah, it is a nice brush. I don't use it that much. I'd probably use it on other people more often, probably put it in my professional kit, to be honest. All these brushes wash quite well, by the way. The next one I'll talk about is a big duo fiber brush. You can use these for powder, foundation, liquid foundation, powder foundation, blush, bronzer, whatever you want. I love these brushes for blush. I don't know, I love the application you get, really airbrushed and flawless looking blush. So that's what I like to use these for. To be honest, don't see any difference between the Sigma one and the crown one. Love them both. Next I have this small chisel brush by Enkore. I don't really have one like this from Sigma. I have one from Elf. They're the exact same, to be honest. The one from Elf is almost softer. I think it's synthetic hairs on the Elf one, which is probably why. I don't use this a lot. I probably use it the most for contouring, which the equivalent, I use this for contouring from Sigma, and this is the small contour brush. And they both work almost the same, except this one has a slightly flatter edge, so you could use it for blush as well, or even highlighting, or on your nose. But yeah, same with the big one, kind of scratchy. Not scratchy, like, don't get me wrong, it's not like ow, but they're not as soft as like the duo fiber ones, which is obvious because it's synthetic, but yeah. Next is the contour brush, and I like this one a lot more than the Sigma one. The Sigma one, I've got a couple here. This one is brand new, this one is used. They all look the exact same, but this one, I find the Enkore one is a bit more dense, and they feel the same. Same thing with the other ones, like they're kind of averagely soft, but the Enkore one is more dense and it just kind of holds its shape better when you're kind of chiseling your cheeks out. Next is a holy grail brush for me now. I like using this for blush and for highlighting. I was going to say contouring, but no. This is the Enkore Small Duo Face brush, and it's a small duo fiber brush, and the smallest duo fiber brush I have by Sigma is the duo fiber brush that's from a travel kit. You can see that they are definitely different sizes. At MAC, when my mum got her makeup done, they did apply her foundation with a brush exactly like this, but it was MAC. I don't have it. I don't really like MAC brushes, but if you have the patience to sit there and buff this tiny little thing all over your face, it gives a really, really nice finish. But this is awesome for blush and highlighting, and it's so soft and the perfect size just to get up here and down the bridge of your nose, and I just love this one. This is a really good brush. Next is one I haven't even used, I'll be completely honest. It's a, what's it called? This one doesn't even have a name on it. Okay, well, it's a foundation brush. I have one from Sigma somewhere, I think. Here's one. I haven't used this one either. I haven't used either of them. But just by feeling them, like these are the kind of brushes I use on other people if they've got pretty flawless skin. They feel the same, to be honest. Next, I have this one here, which is called the Jumbo Shadow Brush. And the most similar thing from Sigma would be this one here, which is the large fluff brush. Okay, so as you can see, the crown one is a lot bigger. They act kind of like the same. I prefer the Sigma one, to be honest. I feel like it fits on my eye better. Unless you have massive eyes, it'd be fine. But I think this one here, saying that, is really, really good for highlighting the bridge of your nose, and even just like going like this and highlighting the top of your cheekbones. And if you're into contouring your nose, I think it would be really, really good to go right down there like that. But in terms of a large shadow brush, I prefer the Sigma one. Next is this brush here, which is called the Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'd say the most similar brush by Sigma is this one here, which is called the Tapered Blending Brush, and you can see the difference there. This is actually really, really similar to a Coastal Scents one I have, so that's the Sigma one. I like the Sigma one for concealer under my eyes. It works amazing. I have a few of them, but here is one by Coastal Scents called the Deluxe Crease Brush, which I think, to be honest, look at this, I think they're the same brush. Look at that. I didn't even notice that till right now. I always knew that they were similar, but so yeah, if you want it, I think it'd probably be cheaper to get it off Coastal Scents. Yeah. Next, I have this Pro Blending Fluff Brush, and I'm going to show you two at once. There's also a Chubby Shadow Brush. These are by Enkore, the Enkore ones. This one here is comparable to my favourite brush by Sigma, which is the E25 blending brush. This one here is a lot more dense though, so I find it's not as good for, oh my god, my voice sounds like a boy. Okay, this one isn't as good to blend out colour. It's better to place colour because it's really, really dense, and if you kind of blend for too long, it kind of starts to hurt your eye. This one here is a lot softer. It's still dense, but it's like that perfect density where it just blends nicely. It's not too dense to scratch your eye. So prefer this one, but if you just want to place colour, this works fine. Sorry that some of these brushes are dirty. I didn't really wash them in time. And this one here, I don't really have anything like it, but it's kind of weird. Like, it's an eyeshadow brush, but I feel like it should be a blending brush just because of the colour, because I'm weird like that. But so yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. I kind of just use this as like a crease brush to like pop stuff in my crease, and then I used one of these to blend it out. So yeah. Next is a tapered concealer brush, which comparable is the concealer brush by Sigma, and the Enkore one is a lot larger. As you can see, I find these really, really handy for applying glitter to my eye, because I use glitter a lot, or for wet pigments. I find these the best as an eyeshadow brush. I don't like them for concealer brushes, but to be honest, I mean, it just depends. If you've got bigger eyes, this one's going to be better, and if you've got smaller eyes, this is going to be better. Or if you want to go on your inner corner, this is going to be better. If you want to go on your outer corner, this will be better. Just kind of depends what you want. So I really like both of them. they're both great. Okay, next I have a sable shader brush, which looks like this, by Enkore. Probably the most similar thing. This is the old numbering. Hold on one second. Large shader brush by Sigma. My eyes are stinging so bad. Ugh. The large shader by Sigma, which is this one, is slightly longer. Or we have the eye shading brush, the E25, and the deluxe sable shader brush, oh my god, is right in between. So it's kind of more universal, like just a really good size just for packing stuff all over the lid. It's neither here nor there. I could use any of these, it doesn't really bother me. It's really nice and dense and just great for packing on colour. Like, they all work fine. I'm starting to like hard out lose my voice now. I thought I was okay to film, but obviously my voice is hating me right now. Okay, I've only got 3 left to go. I'm gonna pull through this. Okay, this is the Precision Detail Brush, which I think is a pencil brush, so I'm gonna compare it to a pencil brush. Alright, I'll use a clean one. We'll show you a clean one. This is the pencil brush, the E30. This is the Enkore one. They look almost identical, except the crown brush is a lot more tapered towards the end, if you can see that. The Sigma one kind of just bunches out. The Sigma one is so much softer. Again, just like that blending brush, kind of the perfect density where it's dense enough, but not too dense that it's going to hurt your eye when you're putting it on your lower lash line. This one here hurts. You have to be very gentle. You kind of have to pat the colour. You can't swipe it because it's really dense and quite stiff. And then just to go the opposite way, it's the exact opposite for these two brushes. This is the short shader brush by Sigma, and this is the chisel shader by Crown. The Sigma one is really dense that it hurts if you swipe. You have to really be gentle. But this one here by Enkore, it's, can you see the powder? I used it yesterday. It's really freaking, like, it's dense as, but you can still like smudge out your eyeliner with it. And I like to smudge out eyeliner, like I just said. I like to apply colour to my lower lash line, and I also like to use it as like a highlighting brush. Like, I'll put it like right under here, like, which is what I used it for yesterday. So I definitely like the Enkore one a lot better than the Sigma one for that purpose. And then the last brush that I have here is called the Angle Definer brush, which I just pretty much call an eyeliner brush. If I compare it to the Sigma small angle, the Sigma one is better for stuff like eyebrows, and the Crown one is a lot better for eyeliner, because if I showed you the tips, you can see that the Sigma one, which is this one, is a lot bigger, and the Crown one is actually a lot thinner. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see how thin it is, but it's really thin compared to the Sigma one. So it's really nice to get a really precise thin line on your what is it? Your lash line. Okay, so that is it. If you have any more questions, leave them down below. Don't know how much shipping is, you're going to have to work it out yourself. Honestly, with so many of these websites, it just depends how much you buy, what you buy, where you're shipping it to, blah blah. But yeah, I told you the prices at the beginning, and I'll put any more info down below that I think is necessary. I hope this helped. I tried to find the best kind of dupes as I could. If you already have Sigma brushes, I don't think it's necessary to buy Crown brushes also. But maybe, I think if you wanted to buy a kit from Crown, this Enkore brush kit has every brush that you could need to do your whole face. Like, you could use one of them for foundation, one of them for powder, one for blush, one for bronzer. Like, you have something here to do like your entire face with. So I hope you liked that review. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. Remind me to never film a video while I'm sick again. I hope you have a really good day. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.